This style of investing is a different style of investing to most and is not intended to encourage anyone to invest with this style of investing. Okay, hey guys and girls. So this is going to be an algorithm that that I've analyzed and kind of picked apart. So basically, what we're going to be using here, and you can use this on any amount, but this is for this example, I used each company with $60 million. So I mean, you could do this with penny stocks. With $50 you could do this. Anyways. Um, so this algorithm is it's basically a gain algorithm. So it'll consist of well, there's three different algorithms. There's one company which will consist of three purchases and three sales. There's two companies which three purchases and three sales. So there will be there'll be 12 purchases and sales for the two company, and then the three company, there'll be 18 purchases and sales to do the algorithm. Now, when I do this algorithm, okay, when I get into the two and the three companies, you'll notice that I used 2.52% daily interest. So you'll notice that there's a little bit more than 18 trades on the three company. For example, this one here, to achieve 2.52, there's 54 trades. So I mean, and you could change this to 5% if you wanted to. For example, if you wanted to do 5%, you could do that, and there you go. Now it's going to take 3.7 to achieve that. So, but I'm going to leave it at 2.52. Just to keep it going, and 3.7 is the algorithm, so the algorithm of 18 trades. So 3.7 times 54, right? So okay, so there's the algorithm anyways. So basically how I got this algorithm, so the gains, right? For the gain portion of it, what we're going to do is we're going to take 30% off the most expensive purchase, and then we're going to hold on to that, okay? Then we're going to take the rest of the purchases, okay, which is a total of 70%, of all the purchases. So what we do to get the 21% gain, we multiply the 30% times 70%. That gives you your 70, the gain on the 70%. Now, what we're going to be doing here is, here's your 21%, okay, because you're going to be selling the 30% at a loss. So you take the 21%, okay, and you multiply that by negative 30%, and that's how you get your 6% loss on the 30% that you've sold at a loss, okay? So basically, what you're gaining here is a 21% a 21% gain, okay, and then you're also going to have the 6% loss, okay. So basically, on the one algorithm here, okay, so on $60 million, right, this would be your gain on the first sale. So you're purchasing, within 3 minutes, you purchased 1, 2, and 3. So you purchased 10 million, 20 million, and 30 million. Okay. So you've taken, your most expensive purchase of the 30 million in the last minute that you purchased, and you took the 30% off the top, okay, and you held on to it. So you're going to lose 6% on that 30 million, okay. Now, the other three sales, those are all going to gain 70% profit. Okay. So you're gonna lose on that most expensive purchase, but now you're gonna gain on the rest of the purchases by 30%. Okay. Then it's gonna gain by 30% on the entire on all of the purchases, right? So you've got 70% that's gaining 30%. So 70% of your purchases are gaining 30%. Okay, so there's the numbers, all right, for the three sales. Okay, those are going to be the gains. There's your losses for the 30%. Okay, and there's your total gain. Okay, in 6 minutes of trading. Okay, on $60 million. Okay, so they've gained 10.1 million. Okay, in 6 minutes. Okay. So basically how that works is, it's a substantial gain. They're able to achieve, once they've sold those, they're able to achieve, a very substantial gain, a gain of 1%. Okay. 1.16%. Okay. So now when we get into two companies, it gets a little more complicated. Okay. So the two companies, they're going to still need an active market because you're going to need to sell. So basically, when I go back up here to the next one here, here's your two company gains. Okay, here's your two company gains. It's the same. Okay, so they just, with the 50% inclusion rate, their losses are less. Okay, so the gains are going to be the same for the two company. The two company losses. Okay, so you have, when you go back over here, here's your algorithm for your losses. Okay, so with this one, okay, you do the same thing. Okay, but you take 90% off of the losses. So basically what's happening is, you're going to purchase, right? You're going to do your 3 purchases of one company, and then you're going to do your 3 purchases of the next company. So both companies make their purchases. Well, then the company that purchased low, okay, sells high, and the company that purchased high sells low. Okay, so the company that sells low, they're taking a loss, right? So what they do, okay, they take the 90%. They take a really aggressive approach to their losses. So they take the top 90%, they cut off the 10% at the bottom, okay, and then they flip it around and sell it. Okay, so basically what they're reducing is they're reducing their losses as best they can to achieve a gain. Okay, so basically what they've achieved is 2.43 on their losses. Okay, so they've achieved, their loss is, their loss would look like, okay, would look like that. Okay, so you have, your 10, your first sale, that would be your 20 million, or no, that'll be your 10 million. Okay, so they're gonna sell that, and there's their loss. Okay, there's their total losses on that algorithm. Now the gains, okay, their gains are still here. Okay, so there's the total gains that they're gonna be selling. Okay, so basically what they can do with two companies is they can have, they can have, where are we here? They can get 1.16% in 24 minutes of trading. Okay, so they have the ability to, once they balance that out, one company gains, the other company gains, one company loses, one company loses. So 12 trades, total of 24 minutes. Okay, so that's the reasoning as to why they do that. Okay, and then when we get into, for your daily interest, right, this total 6-minute trades, you know, and the time achieved to do this, stuff like that is all calculated in here. I'm not going to go through it right now. It'll just it gets a little more complicated, but you can kind of look at you know, and see what I've done here with regards to the time and how long it takes and all that stuff, right? And then you can adjust yours if you want to go through this and make your own algorithm, you can do that too. So three companies, these three companies, okay, this gets more interesting when there's three companies because it doesn't really necessarily have to be in an active market, okay? So the three companies can basically, when they're operating, okay, they can go through the market and continuously, you know, they can continuously do this, you know. So you got one company that purchases, another company that purchases, and another company purchases. So you have one, two, three, right? Three purchases. So you know, you totally you have 9 minutes of purchasing. It's all done in 1 minute time frames. This algorithm is all done in 1 minute time frames. So you know, you have your 9 purchases, and then once you cycle that through, okay, you know, purchase one gets sold, you know, purchase two gets sold at the highest, purchase one gets sold, and then purchase three gets sold. So basically there's one company that's losing 2/3, and there's two companies after you do this 3 times that are gaining 2/3. Okay, so their profits are a little bit higher. You know, they basically what it is you're multiplying your gains from the one company or the two companies, and you're multiplying them by two. Okay, and then basically, you know, with the losses, it's the same thing. You're multiplying it by two. Okay. And then you know, you can do the division in there also, to get, you know, your 67%, you know, of the loss. So you go in there, you know, you multiply by two, and then you're also, you know, you have a 67% gain or 67% loss, because you know that's you've purchased at the top and then sold at the bottom. So you have one loss that is more than, you know, more than any of the other losses, because you've purchased at the top, and you've lost at the bottom. So it's a two-third loss. Okay, so that there makes the loss a little bit more substantial in this one. But again, like when you have the gains, okay, if when you look at the gains down here, okay, you know, three companies, okay, well they've doubled their gains. All right, so that's kind of how that works. If you look at the percentage, their percentage is higher also, you know, 1.3 instead of 1.6. Okay, so that means they can do this, you know, they can do this with a higher percentage, because they're doubling up on what they're purchasing. So anyways, guys and girls, that's basically it. If you have any questions, like, you know, please message me. I can, you know, leave a comment, and I can get back to you, and we can, you know, I can walk you through it, or I can help you with it, or we can do a video or something like that, a video call or something like that, and we can, you know, I can walk you through it. So I hope that you guys have a good day, and happy trading. Okay, bye now.